Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you all had a great week. First, we jump into Formula One, the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a weekend we had in the Hungaroring. In the qualifying in Q1, the surprise elimination was George Russell, but Mr. Saturday still holds the record of beating his teammate in every qualifying. In Q2, Carlos Sainz hit the barrier in the first lap. The other disappointment was Daniel Ricciardo. He was outqualified by Vettel by 8 tenths of a second. Q3 was really interesting. Perez couldn't cross the line on time to get one last time lap in. Hamilton got the pole. Bottas finished second. Mercedes logged out the front row for the first time in a long time. Max came in third, followed by Perez, Gasly, Lando, Leclerc, Ocon, Alonso, and Vettel. The race was full of drama. There was some rain before the start, and every car went for intermediate tires. Hamilton had a great start and he was away, but Bottas had a horrible start and he was overtaken by Max, Perez, and Lando. Bottas also did the mistake of locking his wheels in the first corner and he hit Lando in the back. Lando took out Max and Bottas took out Perez, which meant immediate retirement for Bottas, Lando, and Perez. In the midfield, Stroll took out Leclerc and Ricciardo was involved in the accident as well. Ricciardo was able to join the race back, but he never recovered from that. The race was red flagged and every car went into the pit to change into dry tires except for Hamilton. Hamilton was the only car to start from the grid line, whereas every car started from the pit lane. Once the race restarted, Mercedes realized their mistake and pitted Hamilton to change to dry tires. Ocon took the lead, followed by Vettel. Hamilton rejoined the race in 14th position, but he worked his way up one by one. He undercut Max and Ricciardo in his third pit stop. Vettel was all over Ocon, but Ocon kept him at bay to stay ahead. Hamilton's surge was stopped by Alonso. Hamilton couldn't get past Alonso for 10 laps, which meant he had run out of laps and he had to be content with the third place. If he had had 5 more laps, he might have won the race. Ocon finished first, winning his first ever Grand Prix and becoming the 11th driver in the grid to win a Grand Prix. Vettel finished second, but he was later disqualified as they were unable to retrieve 1 liter of fuel from his car. Hamilton finished third, Sainz fourth, Alonso fifth, followed by Gasly and Tsunoda. For the first time ever, Latifi finished in points, followed by his teammate George Russell, who got his first points as well. Russell was really emotional in the post-race interview. Verstappen finished 10th, but due to disqualification of Vettel, he moved up to 9th, getting him 2 important points. Bottas has been given 5 grid place penalty for crashing into Lando in the first turn. Are his days in Mercedes numbered? We'll wait and see. The drivers and the constructors championship is in favor of Lewis and Mercedes now. Lewis leads by 8 points and Mercedes leads by 12 points going into the summer break. The next race is in Spa, Belgium in the end of August. Let's see if Red Bull can make a comeback or Mercedes are able to keep up the momentum. Alright, let's move on to the Olympics. The track and fields and the finals of the team sports were in full swing in the Olympics this week. India men's hockey team won the bronze medal. It was their first Olympic medal since 1980. That was a really proud moment. The India women's hockey team lost the bronze medal match to Great Britain. It was a toughly fought match which Great Britain won 4-3. What a success story it has been for the women's team. The struggles that they have gone through to get to where they are now. I'm sure they'll bring many laurels to the team. Neeraj Chopra, a 23-year-old born in Haryana, India, who is also a junior commissioned officer in the Indian Army, won the Olympic gold in javelin throw. He is the first Indian to win the Olympic gold in athletics. The other medals won by India are Ravi Kumar winning a silver in freestyle wrestling. He lost in the finals. Lavina Borgain won a bronze medal in welterweight boxing. She lost in the semi-finals, but in boxing both the semi-finalists get a bronze. PV Sindhu won the bronze by beating He Bingzhou in the bronze medal match. Bajrang Punia won the bronze in 65 kg wrestling. That brings the medals tally of India to 7, 1 gold, 2 silver, 4 bronze. This is the highest ever medal tally for India in the Olympics. In men's basketball, USA won the gold by beating France in the final. Having lost to France in the group match, It was a tough fought match which they won 87-82. Australia won the bronze by beating Slovenia. In women's basketball, USA won the gold by beating Japan in the finals. France won the bronze. In women's football, Canada won the gold by beating Sweden in the finals. The defending champions USA finished third. In men's football, Brazil won the gold by beating Spain in the final. Mexico finished third. 18-year-old Aussie Keegan Palmer won the first ever Olympic skateboarding gold. Japanese Yosazumi won the women's gold. USA finished on top with 39 gold, followed by China with 38, Japan with 27, Great Britain with 22, and Australia with 17. Let's move on to cricket. First, we'll talk about the 100. In the men's tournament, Trent Rockets are still holding on to the top position since last week. Their only defeat has been to Birmingham Phoenix. Manchester Original, who were number 2 last week, have had a string of bad luck. A couple of their matches have been washed out and they now moved on to third position. Southern Brave have won both their outings this week and they moved up to the second place. The top 3 teams will make it to the knockout. The number 2 and the number 3 team will play an eliminator, and the winner of the match will play the number 1 in the finals. In the women's tournament, Southern Brave is number 1 and Northern Superchargers are number 2. They have switched positions over the week. Southern Brave winning 2 out of their 3 matches in the week. Northern Superchargers losing both their matches this week. The Oval Invincibles are number 3 at the moment, but the Trent Rockets are not that far behind. With both teams having 3 more matches to play, it's anybody's spot. Let's see who makes it to the finals and lifts the inaugural trophy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Next, we will talk about West Indies vs Pakistan T20I series. The 4-matched T20I series has been a disappointment, with 3 of the matches being washed out. The first match started off as a 9-over game. West Indies batted first and managed to score 85 for 5. But the match was washed out after that. The third and the fourth match were washed out as well. West Indies were able to bat first, but they were able to play only a few overs. The only match they were able to complete was the second T20I. West Indies won the toss and elected to field. Pakistan got off to a good start with a 46-run opening stand and a 69 runs first wicket stand between Rizwan and Babar Azam. Babar Azam went on to score a 50, but once he departed, wickets kept tumbling and Pakistan finished with 157 for 8. Holder picked up 4 wickets and Dwayne Bravo picked up 2 wickets. West Indies started off slowly, which put a lot of pressure on their batters in the later stage of the game as the required run rate kept on climbing. Pooran played amazingly for a 62 not out, but that was not enough to take them home. West Indies needed 20 runs from the last over, but managed to score only 12. Mohammad Hafiz had a clinical figures of 1 for 6 from his 4 overs. Pakistan won by 7 runs and eventually won the series as well. Next week we will talk about Bangladesh vs Australia T20I series, which should conclude later today. The first test between England and India is very well poised at the moment. Let's see what happens there. That is all for today. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you all soon.